So guys, if you are watching this video, today is Friday, and I've basically come to the end of my trading week, and I am left with 1% to blow the account. Like I'll be putting the thumbnail, I'll be putting something that you'll know before you watch here. I'm left with 1% to blow the account, and the hardest part is I don't care me blowing the account. If I've blown this account, knowing that I followed everything, but it's just a losing streak that I took to blow the account, this would have been a normal thing. But blowing the account and knowing very well that this, you could have passed the account. Yes, I'll take you to the chart, show you my trace, and show you why I said I could have passed the account, but I'm blowing the account, or I'm about to lose the account because of my surrounding, and because it's not basically the strategy works. This is something that I'm so convinced with. I have the data and I can show you the strategy works, but I'm losing this account because of my surrounding. Yes. So like I said, losing this account not because the strategy is bad, though my own psychology is not that perfect. There are sometimes that I still do mistakes, there are sometimes that I still go against my plan, but it isn't like first all the time you are doing mistakes, but over time that you are learning and improving. Now I can tell you that I am very patient when it comes to me taking set, and once I see my setup, I just execute. But me left with 1% to blow the account, all because of my surrounding. It's kind of weird because that's where I'm still at, and this is where I'm going to be. I don't know, I'll be going from here, maybe school or probably, but this is just because Monday I missed a setup. Let me put it this way. Let me explain why I say I'm losing and I'm about to blow this account. Not because the strategy is bad, but because of my surrounding, where I live. And so Monday I missed out on the setup on gold. I trade two pairs, gold and UJ. So Monday I missed out on the setup. Monday UJ didn't give me any setup, gold gave me, but I missed out on that setup twice. He gave me, I missed out. He gave me another one, I missed out. But the second miss out, I calculated my risks and I was just about to trade them. The spike just came out once. I can't just enter from that place. I was waiting for a pullback, then it never pulled back. But the first trade, I came onto the chart like my usual routine. Get up, brush, get some tea, do some push-up, get some tea, get onto the chart. So this is my usual routine. I came onto the chart. I saw this opportunity forming on gold. If I just sat there for the next 1 hour, I would have taken the trade and it was a win. But I saw the opportunity forming. My dad called to go and spray our farm in the house, which is like 4 acres. So I'm going to use this spraying machine to spray the whole farm. So because it was in the morning, and mind you, I just came back from work, my 9 shift, I just came back from work around 5 something. Yet I am ready to trade, and again I have to spray the farm. So meaning that day I wasn't going to sleep, and that day evening again I'm going to work at 7 p.m. closing the next day 5 a.m. So they were calling, are you not going to spray? Don't you know that the farm is large? And like everything, my mind was just okay, let me do fast and go and spray and see if I finish. So I just kept some alert at where I expect price to reach, then I look for an entry. Like basically, you don't know where exactly price is going to reverse from. Then I kept the alert. I went to spray. I opened my phone. Price has already, an hour later, price has already tapped my level and it reversed to my TP. So I just made on that trade, which happened in less than 2 hours when I was away. And I didn't feel bad. I came back and I missed out on the second trade. Then the next day, Tuesday, I took a loss on UJ. So these are little things that you don't see, but it accounts to you miss out on a win, and know that this is a game of probability. You win and you lose. So all the time you miss out on your wins, and the natural losses come whether you followed your plan and it's a loss. You lost, and your account is just draining. Not because the strategy is not good. When the times during time, and this is like I don't really know whether I am unlucky or I don't have luck with, like, why will it always be that during the wins that's when I have problems, that's when I have work to do, but during the losses I am always active to take them. Sometimes I question myself, like, is it that I am so unlucky that I don't know what's wrong with me, that all the time if I am losing during times that I am busy, and the truth will just play out. Either I miss out or something because I'm busy or I'm doing something. But the losses, I'm always on my chart ready to trade and just trade and hit normal loss. It doesn't sometimes, bro. It's just crazy. So I missed out on that trade. Tuesday I took a loss. Fine. That loss, it was a very good loss. That was my setup. I'm not going to complain. It stopped me out. It still went in my direction. But that was how I was supposed to enter. Though I entered way too early. Sometimes you see price giving your entry, you can enter way too early. That's you accepting the risk. And so I just took that. Was a very good trade, but it was a loss. Wednesday came, I took my trade on UJ. First was on gold. Wednesday UJ. Tuesday I took a loss on UJ. Wednesday I took another trade. I don't know the pair. I took another trade on, it was UJ. Yes, it was UJ. I took this trade around New York session, getting to New York close. Then I held this trade. That was my first time experiencing me holding trade on Profim account overnight. So I was at the website and I wanted to check and see. And the time I was at the website, the trade has already moved 1:2. I was at the website before it moved 1:2. That time the market had not yet closed. I had not yet seen the slippage of how huge it would be. So it moved like 1:2. I then went to close. That was almost around market close. I then went to break my to hit break even. I got there and bro, slippage, like, see slippage. The slippage alone was almost at my stop loss, half of my stop loss. See gap. I couldn't break even. So I just watched the trade. It reversed and started moving in my direction, though it didn't reach 1:2 again. So instead of me to now break even after it reversed around 11 to 12, instead of me to now break even after it reversed and started moving in my favor, I don't know what happened. I just got rid of the trade. It just got out of my mind. It was like I'm not even holding the trade. My mind was not even there. Only for me to now realize to go and check. Price was just spiking to my price already stopped me out by stop loss. That was the trade that really pained me because I knew that was supposed to be a break even if it was not a win. But for the fact that now, if I hold a trade to market open and market close, I'll just close the trade before market close. That's the best. If I had closed this trade before the market close, that would have been like a 1:2, very good. But because that was my first experience, let me see how the spread and slippage is going to be. I held it then. Yes. So instead of me to not break even after it stopped me out, I couldn't break even then. I hit my stop loss. And I just lost a trade which should have been a break even or a win. Adding to the previous trade I missed on a good setup and I took a normal loss. This should have been a win. Then on Thursday, I took my yesterday trade. That trade didn't even make sense. It wasn't my plan. I'll take you to the chart, show you everything. That trade was not just my plan. I just took it because I was exhausted. I didn't even know what was wrong with me. I was not even supposed to trade. There was no setup, but I just forced and took the trade and I lost. So let's get into the chart. Let me show you. Like, the strategy is working, but I don't know. Like, it's just some little things that are still making me to lose. It doesn't make sense because on this account there have been like 2 trades that should have been wins or just break even, but I hit them stop loss straight after they have already hit my TP. I didn't break even, then they just hit stop loss. Let me take you to the chart and show you what happened this week. And trading is crazy. Let's get into the chart. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like content like this. Let's see how we document our journey to solving all these problems and becoming profitable, getting funded, living the life we want. I am just a boy trying to make life better for myself and my family. Nothing else. Nothing nothing else. Let's get into the chart. Alright guys, so this is my journal right here. Let me zoom out a bit so that the chart will not be so down, because mostly if I don't zoom out and I just make the video and you are going to edit, you see that you are not seeing the chart clear, or whatever that you are going to be showing your people, you don't really see it clear. So let me zoom out a bit. I don't know why it's not zooming. I'm trying to zoom out and just okay. So let me now go back and zoom out a bit. I don't want to make this video long. Okay, so this is my journal right here. Let's see. Well, in July, second week of July. So guys, this was the first trade that I took for the week. Like I said, it hit my stop loss, but it went in my favor. So it stopped me out and it went in my left on UJ. So this was my second trade on UJ. This trade went in my favor about 1:1. Then reverse, it went in my favor, swept this liquidity above here. I was thinking that price can sweep, drop, and push to the upside, but I swept liquidity, dropped, pushed all the way to 1:2. I didn't break even, and this is the trade I set. I held it throughout the night and the spikes and everything. Price came so close to stopping me out, but I didn't, and I held it through the night, and this was what happened. So in the night, if I normally close my trade, all my trades before the market closed, I would have closed the trade around this level, which would have been a 1:2, but I was still holding the trade and it reversed back to my stop loss. This was the second trade, and this is our yesterday trade that I set. This was a no trade. For me to be looking for setup, or my setup to form, I should have waited for price to break out of this high. This is resistance level, break out, pull back before I'm looking for reason to buy to this resistance level. But I just took the trade here. It didn't make sense. It was just out of plan. It was just out of plan. I didn't just know. After the trade was pulling against me, I just knew that it was just out of plan, but there was nothing I could do. So this is now the balance, 5,549. I'm left with 49, which is basically 1% to blowing the account. 1% to blowing the account. So this is the trade that I took, and let me show you where I journal. I am down 7 losses in a row. I'm not going to lie, it's funny. I'm down 7 losses in a row, as you can see. After this good win, that was on the prop firm account, we were up about 5%. We just started loss, and all these losses here, you can see no setup, meaning this trade were not supposed to be taken at all. At the first place, I was not supposed to take a setup, so this were way out of plan. But these other trades, that there are 2 trades there that went in my favor, but like the yesterday trade, if I had closed it at market close, that would have been a 1:2. And the other trade that went to my break even, I didn't break even. It hit 1:3, I didn't take, then pulled all the way back to my stop loss. And some other trades there that it's just structure within yourself that has made it me to lose all these setups, not because there's a bad strategy that has made me to take 7 losses in a row. It's just structure within myself. So these are the trades that I took for this week, and I don't want to make this video long. Let's see how next week goes. Actually, I still have him that I can bring this account back and pass it, but that's crazy, 1%. Let's see if I'm able to raise a 1%, make 1:3 on my first trade on Monday or any day within next week. There's still a chance. So stay tuned, join this journey by subscribing to the channel, like this video, and comment your thoughts in the comment section. Let's see how it goes. Peace out.